Hello and welcome to your weekly horoscope for week commencing the 18th of April. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give you some key strands to look out for. Please stay with me because then I will give you in detail each of the 12 zodiac sign forecasts. Now this week is particularly notable because the Sun is moving on Wednesday into the sign of Taurus, which means the combination between Mercury and Uranus at the start of this week and also the North Node being in Taurus, it gives us that very earthy dimension once the Sun moves in midweek. Now, the Sun in Taurus is the second sign of the 12 sign zodiac. And this is where we can convert some of the ideas and strands that we've been working on more recently into something hopefully more tangible and lasting. But of course, we are being faced with a big increase in the cost of living, energy prices, and in some cases interest rates. So for a lot of us, we are needing to use our ingenuity in order to rejig things to make the most of the assets and the money that we have. So the combination between Mercury and Uranus at the start of this week, which flows on from the end of last week, can give us that dexterity in our thinking. But it could, for some people, also make them a little bit more rebellious and decide to splash out on something that suits them because it's a more impulsive combination. But that duo links with Venus that's exalted in the sign of Pisces, and in the case of Mercury and Venus are in a beautiful alliance for pretty well the whole of this week, but it is exact on Monday, so there could be some surprise invitations, an opportunity to join in with people that we're not expecting, but also someone could be very generous or let us know how much they appreciate our past help or support. So some good deeds can definitely be flagged this week. Later in the week, however, there is a quarter moon in the sign of Aquarius. That's the 11th house squaring with the Sun in the second. So whatever we're thinking about doing with our resources, it's probably best to think long term. And also maybe keep business and pleasure a little bit separate. There's also a square across the same sectors between Mercury and also Saturn. So again, if we're thinking about the people that we can connect with, it's probably going to be those that share our core values. And where people don't, that could be highlighted in a more obvious way. But if you're someone with a very clear plan about what you want to achieve, the link between the Sun and Mars is very energizing and very progressive, and that goes on from Friday through to the end of the week. So please stay with me for the individual zodiac sign forecast. But if you would like to understand how more serious astrology works based on your time, date and place of birth, if you give me those 3 pieces of information, I can give you a roadmap that really can transform your life based on your character analysis, but also your next 12-month forecast. This goes way beyond this Zodiac broadcast, and you can get 30% off of my special offer. Please see the link below. And if you are new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. And finally, if you would like to get your free daily written horoscope fired to your device each morning, again, please see the link below. Hello Aries and welcome to your weekly horoscope for week commencing the 18th. Your intuition is going to be really important this week. That gathering of energy that we have in the sign of Pisces. It's very much about listening to our inner voice. But of course, in the more practical, worldly sense, having the Sun, Mercury, Uranus and the North Node all in the second house could see you thinking, quite understandably, about money. But equally, it could be seeing you think about your sense of self-worth. And because of the gathering of energy in your 12th house, if there are any psychological strands that still need clearing up, or there are past hurts and wounds that you're working through, these can be quite active in terms of how you're feeling about yourself in the here and now. So the sun's move on Wednesday is a chance to just try to acknowledge your skills, qualities, and characteristics, but particularly your more individual qualities. And because the sun is going to be merging in a very, or angling in a very positive way with your ruling planet towards the end of this week, if you can be clear about the things you're good about, if you can believe in your instincts, if you have a very clear understanding of what you want to achieve, the motivation that you can show towards these as the week draws to a close can be considerable. But just don't expect everybody necessarily to be on side. There could be some people around you, and they may be friends, who could, give you faint praise, masking a sort of a little bit of criticism or judgment, or perhaps there are people in your friendship group that perhaps you are yet to get to know fully, and probably best to be a little bit cautious until you really can understand what their motives are. But if you're very clear about what you want to achieve, there's huge strides that you can make towards the end of this week.